Okay, hi guys, Sean here from Cherished Tree Sawmill. We're just doing our daily checks on our kiln today. I just thought I'd show you a little bit of what's going on here. We've got a load of mixed hardwood in there, about it's right around 1,280 board feet of. It's not a great mix. It's the ambrosia maple and hickory that usually will dry at. They are in the same group, wood grouping, but the maple will probably dry quicker than the hickory. When I brought the wood in, the moisture on this wood, let me just double check here, I'll show you. So we brought it in last week. Where is the moisture? Actually, I didn't, sorry. I just wrote the averages down. But the moisture between the hickory and the maple was quite a bit different. The hickory is quite a bit wetter, which was really strange to me because the hickory was in the 30s and the maple was in the 20s. But the hickory was cut last fall, and the soft maple, the ambrosia, was cut last week, about a week before I put it in the kiln. So, but you can see I was high 30s. I was actually low 40. I was like 41, 42 on one of the hickories, and like 38 on the other one. And this one was like 27 and I think 29. And you can see now that the moisture has come down. It's equalized pretty good. We're still a little bit high on one of the hickories, but we're 10, 14, 13, and 18, which is getting pretty close. So these two here, probe 1 and 2, they're both in the maple, and probe 3 and 4 are in the hickory. So right now we've got a dry bulb. We're reading like 119.6. It's set at 120. So right now the heater is on. The heater's off right now, but once it drops to 119, the heater will kick back on because there's a 1 degree dead band in that temperature. So you can see my compressor is on. Because the dry bulb is actually set at 90 degrees, and if it's 2 degrees over the set point, it will kick the compressor on. So the compressor is the dehumidifier is on right now, and that will kick on and off. If this drops below 92, it'll kick back off. But if you look down here, you can see we were dripping water there. Right now, it's not dripping water, but once it hits its dethaw cycle or whatever, you'll see water come out of that hose. So every day we come in and we write these numbers down. So the average moisture in the kiln was 35.2%. We had a bit of a breakdown the day we put the wood in the kiln. We had to fix. There was an issue with the heater we had to fix. Then we re-established the kiln with the heater working. Within that day, we got the temperature down. Actually, it was a span of days. So from the 23rd through the issue with the heater, we turned the kiln back on the 25th. And then by the 26th, we were reading 23.7. So it went down quite a bit. And then we went down to 17.6, 16.9. We didn't have a very good day that day, so I was debating whether to turn the heat up here, but I wanted to make sure I didn't rush it too much. I thought hickory has to dry a little slower than some other woods. So even this jump of, what is that? That's 6.1% in a day. So I thought that might have been a little quick for that hickory. I'm still learning this, so it's kind of a trial and error too, but I gave it another day, which only dropped like 1.2% that day. So then I upped it yesterday to 120 and 90, dry bulb 120, wet bulb 90. And you can see by doing that, we were able to drop the moisture in the kiln almost 3%. So it'd be what, 6.4, that'd be 3.4, so like 2.6%. So by the end of the day, we should get our 3% moisture out of the wood. So yeah, that's basically it. These probes are giving me the moisture in four spots of the wood. This is the average moisture reading, and this is how we control the moisture in the kiln. We don't want to dry the wood too fast, or we'll get a lot of warpage, cracks. We could have case hardening. So we've got to follow a nice slow drying schedule to make sure we don't get those defects. But we want to dry the wood as quick as we can without causing defects, if that makes sense. So yeah, it is a learning curve to learn how to do this. This is load 14 for us. We've had pretty good luck. I think one load last year I did a load of 8/4 that I rushed a little too much. It didn't have enough time to dry outside. I put it in the kiln. The kiln moisture came down pretty good, and I think we had it come down too quick. It should have been longer air drying, or I should have slowed the kiln down and dried it at a slower pace. So yeah, you kind of learn these things as you go. So far, it's been a pretty good setup. I can show you the kiln. We've got the vents there. If the kiln gets too hot, it'll turn the vent on and it'll evacuate some of the heat in the kiln. And I can show you on this side here. So those are the doors that open. I think I showed you guys that in another video. When that heater vent comes on, these louvers will open up a little bit and let fresh air into the kiln. So that's how we control the kiln from allowing too much heat in the kiln, and it'll bring cool air in to cool the kiln. So in the summertime, that fan sometimes kicks on. Right now it's still fairly cool. We don't have that problem too much. I just saw a couple drips out of the dehumidifier might be just starting to thaw, might be starting to drip here in a minute. Like I say, it goes in cycles. So yeah, right now this load should be done probably in another we got probably another 2 or 3 days, 3 days probably, and then we will go through a sterilization process, and we'll crank this temperature up to 150 degrees, and we'll leave that for about 24 hours to make sure the wood is good and sterilized, meaning we're trying to kill any of the bug larvae in the wood. So any little critters that bored in there, if the internal wood is over 130 degrees or over for at least 30 minutes, that should kill any larvae in the wood. So that's kind of the standard for drying, for sterilization. So, and up here we have our control for our 4 fans, circulating fans. I keep a thermometer here to just keep, you don't want these electronics to get too hot, so I kind of keep control of that. And in the winter time, we try to keep it from freezing as well. We'll put a little light bulb in here to kind of warm it up. So, but that's about it for the kiln, guys. I know I have a few people asking me some questions about that. If anybody's got any other questions, you can put them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them best I can. All right, thanks a lot for watching it, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.